Hi everyone, this is Tammy, owner of Worthyworthitpriceless, and today's podcast is for those who want to accomplish their dreams but lack support from others. So, you have a dream, and it's something that you really want to do. You feel as though you're called to do it, but the problem is, or you feel as though you don't have the support from other people around you. The encouragement that I can give you is do it anyway. A lot of times people don't really support you until they see the final product. Some people don't support you until they see some success from you. You can't let that stop you. I can give you examples from myself. A lot of times, basically now, the support that I have is for people I don't even know. Like you guys, there's, you guys that will listen to every podcast that I've ever had. There's people that I actually know that I see every day that has not listened to a podcast. I can't stop doing what I'm doing because someone else doesn't support me. Whoever is called to this podcast, my ministry or anything, they will come. And that's who I do it for. I can't stop giving you guys encouragement, the ones who really support me, because people around me don't support. And it's even said in the Bible, you won't really get the support from your hometown. And that's really paraphrasing. But because the thing about it is, I remember like Jesus, he couldn't even perform miracles in his own town. Why? Because people only looked at him as being a carpenter. And so they didn't look at him as being the Messiah. And that's where the problem is. Like a lot of times people in your hometown, for whatever reason, they will or will not support you, whether they know your past or they just don't believe you or they just don't want to see you succeed. But that's not your problem. What you are called here to do is what you're supposed to do. I remember when I was making pillows, a lot of the orders that I had when I started making the praying women pillows, my orders didn't come from my town. They came from places I've never been and people I've never met. My audience, for the most part, on social media is on Instagram. And those are people that I have never met. But they support me more than the people that actually know me or related to me on Facebook. So I want to give you that encouragement. Do not stop doing what you're supposed to do because you don't have support. There was even another person in the Bible as well. I believe he was sitting next to a pool for like 38 years and never got up because nobody would help him. I hope that's right. But either way, but I remember like that part in the Bible. And it's like he never got up for 38 years. So for 38 years, he never got up because no one would help him or, help him into the pool type of thing. You can't afford to do that. What God has placed on the inside of you, there's someone attached to your yes. There's someone attached to you doing your gift. And you can't limit yourself because someone else isn't saying, hey, I'll support you, I'll buy your products, or, I'm here for you. No, you have, for the most part, a lot of the times in your journey, and I can only tell you for myself, you're going to be walking alone. You're not going to have that encouragement. I don't have encouragement every day to say, hey, let's do a podcast or something like that. It is my own motivation, is what I really like to do. And so because I want to see what God has placed on the inside of me succeed, you have to be your own motivation. It's going to be a lonely walk. It's not going to be a lot of people who's going to understand what you're going through, because I know for me, what I'm doing, no one in my circle has ever did. I don't know any other writers. I don't know any other podcasters. I don't know any other blog writers. I don't know anyone who has a YouTube channel. I'm the only one that's doing it. And so at the end of the day, I have to do it. because there's no other examples. I have to be an example for my daughter. I have to, so basically at the end of the day, don't wait or look for other people. What God has placed on the inside of you, He needs you to get that out. And you can't just wait for someone else to give you a pat on the back or the go ahead. A lot of people will not understand your journey. And like I said, you're going to have to do a lot of things afraid, and you're going to have to do a lot of things alone. Because for the most part, whatever God has placed on the inside of you, for the most part, I can bet that there's no one around you that's doing what God has called you to do. So you can't stop doing what you're called to do because of lack of support. You're called to do this. He placed those gifts on the inside of you for a reason, for a purpose. The people who are attached to you, who will love you, who will support you, they will come. I have an audience in France. I've never been to France. As far as in the States, like the highest state that actually listens to me is California. I've never been to California. So what does that tell you? The thing about it is the people who are attached to you, the people who are going to support you, the people who are going to love you is probably people you've never met, and you may never meet them. But they need what's on the inside of you to come out. Don't stop. Don't wait any longer to allow your dream to come true. Start working on it day by day. Don't get discouraged. Let that be motivation. One day they'll look up like, oh my gosh, you really actually did what you said you were going to do. Yep, with no help from you. Well, you keep that on the inside. You can't say that out. Well, you probably could. Never mind. But either way. But just do it. Long story short, you're not placed on this earth not to accomplish your goals or your dreams. Those dreams and goals that are on the inside of you, God has a plan for them. And He needs you to fulfill your part. All the support, the money, everything will come. But please take the first step towards accomplishing your dreams, support or not. Always know that you have worth, you have value, you are worthy, worth it, and priceless. Please stay encouraged. Thank you so much for supporting this podcast. If you are around, I'll be co-hosting a webinar on November 22nd with BFem Finesse. You can go onto their website, bfemfinesse.com, and register. It is totally free, and it is called Unmute Yourself. So I will be giving encouragement to unmute yourself, basically unmute your confidence, unmute your self-worth. So if you want to hear it, you can go there and register, and hope to see you there. November 22nd, I believe, is from 3 o'clock to 4:30. So until next time, thank you so much for your support. Love you guys. Bye.